Hi, English 220, it's Professor Sasso. I wanted to make sure I gave a midweek check-in because there's a lot going on in the class and there's a lot going on in the world. So I guess I want to start this video announcement by saying just to be really aware of any messaging that's going out from the college right now. There's a lot of conversations happening on campus. Administrators are trying to make decisions in terms of the coronavirus and what we need to do as a college. So there are right now conversations going on about potentially curtailing operations after spring break and potentially moving things online. But that has not been decided yet. And all I want to tell you is just to make sure you're checking email and you're checking Canvas, because messaging will go out when decisions like that are made. The college has already canceled lots of events that were scheduled that were going to be 100 people or more. So kind of if there was something that you were planning on attending at the college, just make sure it's actually still going on. So they're taking all sorts of precautions about this, and I think we just have to keep in touch about it all. We are obviously an online class. It's not going to affect us in terms of the way the format of the class goes. But please let me know if you're not well or not feeling well and you're going to need some time in terms of your work in the class. I can be very sensitive and flexible to that. I just got over the flu this past week, and I'm hoping that's all it was. So just be smart, stay healthy as much as you can, and make sure you're checking any messaging from the college. So in terms of our class this week, we wrote our first essay, which is always a great hurdle to get through in a composition class. You've put something on paper, we have something to assess and to work on. And if you haven't yet, I do think that first essay is a great self-reflective moment of, am I in a place right now to do this class and take this class and to give it the attention that it needs? If you're struggling on that first essay, it can sometimes say to you, you know, I still have some time in the withdrawal period. Maybe this isn't the class for me right now. And if that needs to happen, feel free to reach out to me. But I think it's a good marker of progress in the class. And it often says to me that a student then can continue to advance in the class because they've gotten that first sort of short academic essay out of the way, and the whole class sort of built around these 3 short essays. And I feel like you do end up feeling behind when that first essay just for whatever reason isn't coming. So just be thoughtful and reflective about that. I'm willing to talk to anyone about their progress in the class. So the first essay, we're going to do our first peer review, and I just allow you to choose any peers to review. You can choose topically, or it doesn't matter how you choose, and it usually ends up working out okay this way. Most people, I will ensure that everybody gets reviewed at least once. And when I assign partners in trios, sometimes it gets messy just because people haven't posted their essay, or you know, both your partners didn't respond to you. So I just leave it up to you. And I want you to be really to think about this as sort of a critical reading and writing exercise, similar to the really good work you've been doing on the argument exercises, that we are really trying to advance the conversation. We're trying to advance the student essay. We're trying to give good critical feedback. And that doesn't mean it's disrespectful. It just means that you've invested in this other person's project and you've given them helpful suggestions. And I know some of us feel like, well, what do I know? But you do. You're a reader. You're a thinker. You worked on this project as well. So you do come in with an informed opinion, and you are allowed to give a critique. And the more we're able to do that in a helpful and respectful way, just the better it is in general. So I do want you to spend a little bit of time on these peer reviews. I think it's also great to see peer models and to see sort of how your classmates have approached the work to give you a sense of what you'll do for your revision. So we'll do 2 peer reviews on the discussion board this week, and I will read your essays, and I usually give audio or video feedback for your papers. It's just so much easier for me to sit here and talk to you about your paper than it is to write about it. So you'll most likely get an audio clip of either me speaking to you or literally a video where I'm talking to you like this about your paper, and I'll be working on those at the beginning of spring break, so you should get some feedback from me by about Wednesday of spring break. And where